you fly, boy, you fly. How the fuck you put the police on your dog? On your dog. Niggas speaking on me saying I'm a mob. When it was smoke, I was the first nigga you called. Nigga be on weird shit. Whole fan for the weirdos. Niggas weird Drake 2 times. Name a nigga I fear though. I fear first, nigga.
What's good, YouTube? We back with another banger video. What's good, YouTube? Today, we reacting to part 2 of Ksoo dad telling on Ksoo, man. Do your homework on Ksoo dad telling on Ksoo. Do your homework on Big Hakeem Robinson telling on Lil Hakeem Robinson, okay? This stuff is just getting messy and crazy. He got on a crazy hunting fit. He came out with a shiesty, and he got on the
Good man.
keychain on. Let's jump right into it, man.
When did you decide you were going to testify?
In 2022.
Was it a hard decision?
It was the hardest decision of my life, but I sat for those years thinking that let them rap.
Hey,
I'm thinking like, okay, they gon' get me out of this. Let me give them a little time. I wait 2 years, and I tell my lawyer, I say, look, get with. See, I'm using Ksoo, but I call him Keeman. I say, get with Keeman lawyer, get with Crazy K lawyer, get with them. Let's all sit down and see which way we gonna fight this thing. How we gonna fight this thing? They let their lawyers tell them, no, they don't think this is a good idea. Okay, if y'all thought I was on some bullshit or something, then hear me out like you've been hearing me out. I'm the one who been getting y'all out of trouble all this time now. So hear me out. Don't say nothing. Don't criminate yourself. Just let me do all the talking. Because they know I got a plan. Okay, so you want to go to trial? This is what we gonna do. This one I'm gonna tell my plan. This I'm gonna tell my plan. This the plan. I had 2 plans. Butter a serial killer. That motherfucker got some bodies. Hey man, we're gonna take and we're gonna let all these motherfucking victim families know that they are sweeping this shit under the rug because Butter is a state witness in this Ksoo case. So now all these families gonna go on an uproar. News, this, that, because of Butter. It's gonna make him a bad witness. Second plan is this. If they talk to me now, these are the plans. The second plan, if we don't want to go and do with this, I'm gonna get about at least 4 of these old ladies. I'm talking about over 50 in my grandma's neighborhood. They gonna come in here and they gonna testify that Ksoo was on their street eating breakfast that morning when this situation happened. We're gonna do like the state said. We're gonna let the jury figure it out. We're gonna let them see if they're gonna believe these old church-going ladies or they gonna believe Butter. See, I think the days of just sitting there with the burden of proof is on the state I think that's gone. Sad, but it's gone because you don't have to say nothing as a defendant. But I think if you have a defense, it's gonna look better in front of the jury. If that makes sense to you.
When you were testifying,
so I'm gonna get 4 dudes, 4 old ladies to say that Ksoo's eating breakfast on their street in the morning. Smart. You got some alibi. We gonna tell the whole world Butter killed all they people. Butter is the one responsible for the murder of y'all loved ones. I think that way would have had a better chance to get by than the way they went with, because I still don't get like how Ksoo's lawyers tried to prove that he was innocent. Yeah, they tried to say they tried to use oh, the shooter caught on camera is not the same size as Ksoo. But the state say, hey, this guy was 100 pounds less a whole year ago or 5 years ago. He's gotten big since he's been in jail. You know what I'm saying? So His hairs grew longer, of course. He hasn't had a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's still like an easy way to put it. That's not saying like, okay, I got 4 old ladies saying I was eating breakfast at their house. Who they gonna believe, the jury? The 4 old ladies or Bud the crazy ass?
And you looked at Ksoo. Did he look like he wanted to kill you?
What kind of question is that? When you were on the stand and looked at Ksoo, did it look like he wanted to kill you? Damn, that's a little bit extreme.
He looked like he didn't believe it. I don't think it registered on him until after the fact.
Cause if I'm on trial for my life and my daddy is on the stand telling, I'm finna be up there like, what? Like, who gonna believe that? That's unheard of. He the first nigga in history to do that.
I don't think he want to kill me. I don't think he want to do nothing to me. It's just more so that he hurt, because I have a conversation that always play in my mind that me and him had. I know he loved me, and he told me, he was like, man, I used to wait every year for you to come home. I used to wait every year. Every year they tell me you coming home. And it was just to a point to where I just gave up. And he said, you popped up and you came home and you got me. Like that. You know what I'm saying? And that conversation, it just always play over and over in my head, because I had to have a hand in him getting a life sentence. Mm-hmm. But we got to also look, that's the tail side of the coin. The head side of the coin is I got 2 1-year-old boys. I got a daughter too, little daughter. But the reason why, the boys is because these are the problems you have with boys. Girls gonna have the little girl problems, and nowadays they have girl problems. They don't have goddamn, and I had to think about them. And I had to think, man, that I got to save who I can save. If I can. I gotta at least try. Because Ksoo is already who he gonna be. And I would think because one of those little boys,
that's BS.
Ksoo was stupid close with. And I would think that he would think about them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me think about my little brother, man. My little brother needed dad, and all his other brothers going to jail. He needs his dad out there. Because those little boys gonna outgrow their mama's beatings. That ain't gonna be nothing to them.
Do you feel like without you testifying, Ksoo still would have went to jail for life?
Of course.
So you don't feel like you were the nail in the coffin?
No.
So that makes you feel better? Kind of.
I don't feel better in no kind of way with this situation. In no kind of way. Ain't nothing can make me feel better. I don't think that I was the nail in the coffin to say, because his live video and the video of the killing put him on the scene. His hair in the car, his fingerprints on the gun put him in the car. Now you got to go from here. These are all the things that I looked at before I made the decision that I made. If you in that car at the wreck, you was in that car at the murder. Because the murder started, then the car wrecked, in the neighborhood. Prosecutors gonna put all this puzzle together and present it to the jury. You got a dude that's admitting to 2 murders, testifying, but star witness, saying he was there. That's gonna weigh a lot with that jury. Now do I think what I did helped? Yes. But see, that go to show that his lawyers failed him, because his lawyer knew.
And that's what I never understood about the Ksoo trial. And Ace, you know, listening to music, hearing Ace out, Ace saying he spent millions of dollars on Ksoo lawyers and $500K. He went broke on his lawyers for his lawyers and stuff. But how do lawyers that got hundreds of thousands of dollars let you go to jail off of the star witness being a serial killer and knowing he's Butter admitted to 2 murders, Charles McCormick and another murder that him and Ksoo dad was tied into. I'm grilling him the whole time, bro. They didn't even cross-examine him for more than like 30 minutes. I would have left him up there for days. Like, come on, bro. It's just I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
That the main thing for me was to identify him on that video. And his lawyer kept pushing this other dude. He kept showing this other dude. I don't know what happened. They had a sidebar. The prosecutor was finna play the tape, the recording. They had a sidebar. The judge wouldn't let him play the tape. I said, thank God. I said, oh, thank God, boy, this ain't finna happen. Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this other guy, this other dude. He was showing me another guy, Crazy Chris. He was showing me Crazy Chris. You know, this Crazy Chris. They was trying to make like Crazy Chris was the one who, they was trying to deceive the jury that Crazy Chris the one who did it, because Crazy Chris was supposed to have been sitting on Bibby early that morning, but missed it. Not Bibby, excuse me. He was supposed to have been sitting on Lil Buck early that morning and missed it.
Yeah.
So Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this. This motherfucking prosecutor got up with that video. And when the prosecutor was finna play the video, the judge said, hey, hold it. Prosecutor said, I'm not finna talk about the defendant. He said, I'm not finna say nothing about the defendant. He played the video. And he said, nah, you made them play the video. Leave this shit alone. Get me from up here. I'm talking about Ksoo and them lawyer. Get me from up here so I won't have to do this here. That was the last part of the testimony that I had when, boom, they played the video.
I remember that video, but what was the video, though? I don't get what that video was.
And he says, that, Chris? What I supposed to say? And who is that? If this man don't constantly shove this in front of the jury, showing them that this is somebody else, he gives the prosecutor no avenue to play this motherfucking video while I'm up there. Me, I think his lawyers just didn't do him a good justice. I think that he should have had the lady lawyer as his lead lawyer. That motherfucker, that was bulldog. She broke me down in the deposition. Like, she broke me, she made me tap out.
And I always thought when I was watching the trial, I'm like, damn, that little Jamaican lady or island lady, wherever she from, she every time she got up there, she was going crazy. But they kept letting the taller white dude get up there. And that's the one that say, Your Honor, well, that got a whole lot of ass or something he said wild about Ksoo. I'm like, oh, he BSing. They should let the lady go up there and defend him. I don't know. I just don't know. Ksoo just wasn't like, I don't know if bro wasn't trying to get home or what, but I would have told bro to sit his ass down and let her go.
And I think that she should have been that lead in that case.
Facts.
Because you got to think, when you put a woman in, that's a male dominant thing. So once you put the woman's in there, they gonna, then she gonna become from a mama point of view too.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
Facts.
Stop.
I get why he I get why he did it. I still think if he didn't say anything, I think Ksoo chances would have been a lot stronger. Also, too, I mean, what can you do when Butter is fucking murdered 20 people and he's up there? Yeah, Ksoo was in the passenger seat. Scotty was in the back seat. And that's the thing I don't get. Like, I don't get it. Like, Butter, you told, but you still got 25 years. You got 25 years, gang. You're not getting out tomorrow. You're not getting out in the month. You're not getting out in a year. You're not getting out in 5 years. Florida, you gotta do majority of your time, bro. So I just don't get it. I mean, like his dad said, and I think his dad is like letting off little to more that he does know. I don't think his dad was also, oh my God, I didn't know you guys just committed a murder. Like, you knew your sons, you knew what they was out here doing. Like, you said they was living with you. They was like, bro, you knew what the play was. You feel me? Like how he said he was at the hotel that happened to be right down the street, and everything he says is just like a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Ksoo could get back on the appeal one day or something. You know what I'm saying? And get back out here making music and be with his family and his mom. Nobody ever wants to be away from their family and mom. You feel me? So, hopefully he could get back from under this. But from the looks of it, he over it. He got a life sentence right now. That's the truth being. He got a life sentence. I still can't believe this nigga told on his son, bro.
Oh no. Got too many people watching me. Bye.